Okay, so I've got 12 o'clock Costa Rican time. And I'd like to give you the most thoughtful welcome in behalf of Pro Imagen Costa Rica, just a group of 90 members that includes travel agents, tour operators, domestic airlines, car rentals, hotels. And our idea has been throughout the years to promote the country, to have seminaries that help all of our customers uh, brought to have single click, to have precise information, updated information. We have been sharing throughout this process, the COVID, different seminars, different webinars, so you can have the most updated information. Most of you have been asking about a way to have a hold on to the different members of Pro Imagen. This is what we have thought of this space for you. We will be having different presentations with different members from our group. And today we'll be starting with 5 of them. We'll be having from the Rainforest Adventures, Nicholas Staten, who's the general manager. From Alamo Rent-A-Car, Dania Ramirez, leisure manager of the group ANC. From Brit Coffee Tour, Roberto Lopez. From Mystical Park, we're going to have Tadeo Morales and Valentina Starico. And from the Costa Rica Marriott Hacienda Belén, Lucia Arroyo, tour and travel manager. Our dynamic will be pretty easy. We're going to give each one of our associates 5 minutes to share with you. What we'll do is that at the end of the presentation, if you have questions, we'll be writing them down, and this way we'll do it orderly in order not to jump from one subject to the other. Your questions could be specific to any of our members or general about the country, in which way I'll be more than pleased to help you in these matters. So having said that, I would like to thank you for turning out your microphones, have the best connection for all the members. And I would like to start, as I said, with Nicholas Staten from Rainforest Adventures, the general manager. And the Rainforest Adventures, adventure, theme parks, and natural experience. Rainforest Adventures boasts more than 25 years of experience in construction and operations of world-class attractions like the world's first aerial tram in the rainforest here in Costa Rica. Also, Jamaica's bobsled, an upcoming ragamuffin attraction, as well as San Martin's Flying Dutchman, which is the steepest zip line in the world. Rainforest Adventures owns and preserves 2,700 acres of rainforest, home to more than 1,000 species of birds and 2,000 kinds of exotic plants. Rainforest Adventures Costa Rica has 2 lodge. Our highlight includes a renowned and first aerial tram in a rainforest in the world, as well as becoming the first attractions in the region to achieve the prestigious travel safe certification from the WTTC due to the outstanding and detailed protocols for reopen post-COVID-19. So having said that, I will turn off my camera and pass the word over to Nicholas Staten.
Hi, good morning to everybody. How you doing? My name is Nicholas Staten. It's a pleasure to be with you here today and with my colleagues from the other companies here in Costa Rica. I hope everybody's staying safe at home. So as you heard from the brief introduction, we are the first attraction in Central America and the Caribbean to achieve the Safe Travel Award by the World Travel and Tourism Council due to the work that we've been ongoing while the parks have been closed to make sure that when we return to operation, we return safely. All right, so Rainforest Adventures is part of a larger group. We have operations in Panama, in Jamaica, in San Martin, and in Costa Rica. And we have our nature lodge, which is Tapitos Lodge here in Costa Rica. As stated in the introduction, we have the world's first aerial tram in the rainforest, which is this picture right here. This was the first basically large attraction that the company underwent. It was a very interesting feat because we installed a ski lift in the middle of a rainforest with the idea that we could explore the canopy of the forest. And that's how the company was born more than 25 years ago. We have two parks in Costa Rica, one which is the one to your right on the screen where our nature lodge is. It borders the Braulio Carrillo National Park, and we have another one in the Central Pacific, both strategically located and accessible, whether you're going to Arenal, Tortuguero, Fortuna, or San Jose, or Manuel Antonio in the case of the Pacific Park. Now, the first park that I'm going to talk about is the Braulio Carrillo, which is towards the Atlantic coast en route to Tortuguero, Arenal, and the Caribbean coast. Some of the experiences that we have in this park, the aerial tram that we've spoken about before, we have one of the few ACCT certified zip lines in the region as well. And we also include the experience at the park with some complementary attractions like butterfly gardens, frog garden, snake garden, orchid garden, and a lot of nature trails where you can see abundant wildlife. Couple interesting facts about this picture. This toucanet that you can see here was a scientific discovery that we made at our park about 3 years ago. It was the first active nest that we found in our park. The frog at the top is a very interesting crown tree frog, which is very common to see during the night walks that we do while we're staying at our lodge. We also do a trekking tour at our park with a picnic by the river, which is part of the experiences that we like to provide at the park. Some of the safety standards that we talked about from the ACCT certification, it's the 2 cables per zip line. You'll have a redundancy system anywhere throughout the whole circuit of the zip line. You have controlled brake systems and backups, platforms with railings. And as I always say, with safety, you can never be too careful. So we always like to provide this information because it's very cheap to build a zip line and it's extremely expensive to build it well. So as you decide on where you take your customers in Costa Rica, you'll see a lot of zip lines with very different price ranges. And the other formal, more organized zip line operators will agree with me that we always want to make sure that if you're zip lining, you do it safely. Our nature lodge in the Braulio Carrillo Park is comprised of 10 rooms. And they're right, as you can see from the picture, they're right in the middle of the rainforest. So it's a perfect place to sleep where you can hear the activity of the rainforest at night. As well, one of the main attractions at this park is that we're one of the best bird watching hotspots in Central and North America. We're ranked at number 9 right now with over 450 bird species in our park, which is almost 5% of the world's bird species. This is due to the fact that we have the aerial tram and we have a very different elevations from the ground floor to the top level of the aerial tram. So it does allow to have a large variety of birds within our property. And this is basically the reason why we call our lodge Tapitos Lodge. We are proud to say that we have seen the natural birth of 8 tapirs within the last 15 years. We take very good care of the area and they feel very safe kind of roaming around our area. So this lodge is about 50 minutes from San Jose. Usually if people want to see tapirs, they're driving down to Corcovado for many, many hours or taking a flight. We're actually very accessible and it's a perfect combination if you're going to Arenal or Tortuguero and you want to see a lot of wildlife. This will be the best place in Costa Rica where you can see tapirs. Our second park is in Jaco Beach, en route to Manuel Antonio. We're 1 hour away from Manuel Antonio and 1.5 hours away from San Jose. And this park is more focused on adventure and adrenaline. We do have an aerial tram as well. We have a lot more adventurous zip line in this park as well. The cables are a little bit faster. We do combine these activities with activities such as ATVs and challenge courses in the rainforest, as you can see from the picture to the bottom right. We also combine it with other natural experiences like mangrove cruises and the river cruises where the crocodiles inhabit here in Costa Rica, which are the Tárcoles River, which is about 15 minutes away from our property. So we like to say that the aerial tram and the boat will be a great experience of land, air, and sea, but you can also do that with the zip lines or with the challenge courses and really have an in-depth, natural and adventurous experience. All of these activities are within the same property. So if you have groups or you have incentives, you can actually have groups doing different activities within the same property. And as far as our other parks, we have our park in St. Lucia, where we have a fantastic aerial tram as well. We have the world-renowned bobsled at Mystic Mountain. That is the view from Ocho Rios, which you can see from the bobsled. And the last picture is the Flying Dutchman in San Martin, which is our sister property and considered the steepest zip line in the world, also with panoramic views from the top of the mountain. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. That would be it for me. If you want some information, if you want to see this presentation, you can just scan the QR code, or I'll be happy to take any of your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. That was very interesting. And as you can see, a beautiful product. Should I say myself, as a tropical biologist and tour guide, I've been in the industry for 30 years, and I was able to work in the very first stages of this project. Definitely, it's a jewel that you must see when you're in Costa Rica. Well, now I'm going to give the word to Dania Ramirez from Alamo Rental Car, which has the largest fleet in the country. More than 2,500 short-term car rentals and 24 offices in the country. Strong commitment towards customer service will guarantee the best rental car experience in the country. The staff will always greet every customer with a professional service and the human worth that characterizes all of Ticos, the Costa Ricans. Anya, thank you very
much. Hello, good afternoon. As you said, my name is Dania Ramirez. I'm the leisure manager for Group A and C. We represent the brands Alamo, Rent-A-Car, National Car Rental, and Enterprise. And today I'm pleased to share with you some information about our brand Alamo Car Rental in Costa Rica. To start, I wanted to share with you the location of our offices. We have 24 offices within the Costa Rican territory. And within these offices, as you may see in the map, we are located within the most touristic areas. So having these amount of offices in Costa Rica will allow customers to pick up the car in one spot and then deliver the car in another spot. So this gives the customer flexibility in Costa Rica. And we have offices within the 2 international airports of our country And we have offices in the Panama border and also in the Nicaragua border. So with Nicaragua specifically, customers may also do an inter-country service. So enjoy Costa Rica and drop off the car in Nicaragua, or enjoy Costa Rica, go to Nicaragua, and then come back to Costa Rica. So as you may see, we're located all around the country. Also, I wanted to share with you a little bit of our fleet. We have approximately 2,500 cars around Costa Rica. Most of our fleet is four-wheel drive, and 100% of our fleet is within the years 2019 or year 2020. So we have a fleet that's very actually new. The flexibility that gives you having a lot of fleet around the country and a lot of options is that you may enjoy with whatever you need. We have sedans and also four-wheel drives with manual or automatic transmission. Most of the tourists in Costa Rica would reserve or will book a four-wheel drive because for some destinations within the country, we have non-paved roads. But with a four-wheel drive, you can be sure that you can enjoy all the country. Also, we have a luxury category, and we have a full-size van or full-size pickup, so the customers may enjoy and choose whatever would like to rent in the country. The requirements to rent with Alamo in Costa Rica are the following. First of all, a valid driver's license, a valid passport, a credit card for the guarantee deposit. It is important for you to know that for the guarantee deposits with us, it's $500 for all our categories, and to be 21 years or older. At this moment, it is very important for me to share with you our Complete Clean Pledge. This is, Alamo International has made this Complete Clean Pledge, and we as a franchisee in Costa Rica, we have also applied and we have also implemented this in our country. So what does this Complete Clean Pledge mean? Well, we've always had a very formal training process for cleaning purposes, but now this is more important than ever. So we have enhanced the cleaning guidance for vehicles, shuttles, rental locations. We have implemented some new branch and shuttle signage to ensure the social distancing between employees and customers. And we are making a focus on more than 20 high touch points within the car. So we're sanitizing vehicles so the customer is totally sure that is renting a car that's totally disinfected. Also, customers may save time at the counter when they check in online in advance for their rental. Customers may provide some details before arriving to our rental office, like driver's license information, date of birth, and then when they arrive to our counter, they will just have to go straight to the car. So that will improve definitely our service, and that will improve as well the time in our office so that customers may grab the car and then just drive around Costa Rica and enjoy. Also, what I would like to share with you is that we have always had a no fee cancellation policy that guarantees flexibility. So now more than ever, it is important to share with you this practice that we've always had, even though if customers have like prepaid bookings, we're 100% flexible for all of your customers. We have a customer service, reservations, and commercial team that will follow up closely on your account. Here you can see the reservations email, so you can confirm reservations through our email, through telephone, or through our B2B platform in our AlamoCostaRica.com website. Each and every one of the accounts will have a sales executive that will follow up on the account, giving all the advice that your account may need for rentals in Costa Rica. And also we have the customer service team that you may contact as well. And there's the email in case you need any contact. I will share in the chat my email as well. So in case you need any more details, renting cars may include a lot of different information. So I tried to keep it up simple and straight so that you get as most as you can within the time that I have for the presentation. And if you have any questions, I'll be free to answer them. Thank you very much. I see here a question that says that I've heard it's hard to navigate on your own in Costa Rica. How do clients get around easily? GPS maps. Definitely, it's a really good question. We highly recommend renting a GPS, or we have also a device that's like a smartphone that gives the possibility to go with Waze and make local calls and also navigate in the internet. So those are a couple of options that customers may choose to run around and drive around Costa Rica, because yes, indeed, we highly recommend a GPS to get to your final destinations because of some addresses that we have here in Costa Rica.
Great. I'm going to thank Dania for this beautiful presentation. One of the things we insist that now with this post-COVID situation in Costa Rica, it is good to know a friendly face, a face you know, someone you would trust. And Alamo definitely is one of the phases and one of the politics that you're familiar with. In terms of cars having such a long fleet, well, that's a guarantee. In cars, if we don't have it, probably doesn't exist. That's very good. Now we're going to give the word to Roberto Lopez from Grid Coffee Tour. It opened their plantation to the public in 1991 and created a fun, insightful, and exciting way to experience the journey of a true gourmet coffee from a red cherry to that irresistible brew you sip every morning. Café Brita has thrilled to share the hidden gem of Costa Ricans gourmet coffee, along with our Costa Rican heritage, visitors and tourists from near and far. Their plantation and coffee tour have become one of the Costa Rica's major tourist attractions, welcoming over 1 million visitors from amateurs and student groups to coffee lovers and business travelers. We welcome the opportunity to share our passion to make a perfect cup of gourmet coffee. Let's welcome Roberto Lopez.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Roberto. I work at Café Brit. I am the manager of the coffee tour, and it's a pleasure for me to be here with you today. Coffee is a very important part of Costa Rica's economy and way of life. And the coffee tour that we provide is a very interactive experience where you can learn about the coffee as a plant in our coffee plantation. We are located in the province of Heredia, which is about 30 minutes away from the province of San Jose, downtown. So we are conveniently located within very near distance to major hotels in San Jose. And we are also just 20 minutes away from the international airport. We have a very nice coffee plantation surrounded by beautiful gardens. Most of the tour is outdoors, and we can accommodate big groups. And obviously, because of the COVID situation, we have very open spaces where we can follow the protocols to have the social distancing and other protocols applied. Our coffee experts start this coffee experience with a very nice presentation about the history of coffee, how coffee arrived in the Americas, and the origin of the coffee activity in Costa Rica. And we do it through a lot of interactive sketches. We also talk about the conditions that you need to have in order to grow gourmet coffee. And Costa Rica has all these conditions, and that is why we have one of the best coffees in the world. So we will give our visitors actors, and these actors have a very entertaining approach throughout the tour. We will cover aspects such as the most important coffee regions in the country and the whole cycle of production of coffee. We will show you in our coffee plantation, our nursery plant, where we can see the different cycles of or stages of the coffee plantation. We will also share with you, obviously we will make you drink a lot of coffee. You will find coffee stations all over the plantation, and you will be able to sample most of our coffee blends throughout the tour. And you will also learn how important it is for the quality of coffee to pick coffee by hand. So people can actually interact with our experts, and they can learn how in Costa Rica we only pick coffee by hand, which assures the quality of the coffee that is going to be eventually roasted. Since we are coffee roasters, the highlight of the tour is a visit to our roastery plant. You will see the secrets and all the most important elements behind roasting coffee and the different roast levels that you can elaborate in order to create your own blends. And finally, after this presentation about growing coffee, roasting coffee, we'll do a final presentation, a final show about how experts can identify the qualities of a gourmet cup of coffee by doing a coffee cupping presentation. That is going to be indoors in our theater, where you will learn with the experts how they break the cup and how they can use their senses, smelling and tasting the coffee in order to assure the perfection on a cup of coffee. The tour ends in our factory store, where you can learn more about coffee. You will sample more blends of coffee, and you will also be able to sample chocolates, because we also have a chocolate factory. We started covering the dark roast bean with coffee, and with chocolate, and now we have many other chocolate products that you can find in our factory store. And you will also find in our coffee factory store souvenirs, handcrafts, and other souvenirs at factory prices. For all the coffee tours that we have, we can also include transportation, and we can also include lunch. We have a restaurant for up to 150 people where we serve lunch, and we can also arrange private events, theme parties, folklore evenings, and other type of private events. And in order to add value to our coffee experience or coffee tour, we have on site a butterfly garden with over 15 different species of butterflies, and mini petting zoo where you can interact with farm animals such as goats and sheep. We also do our coffee tour in combination with other tourist attractions. We have a tour that visits the waterfall gardens, which is about 45 minutes away from San Jose, from Heredia, I mean, and we also do adventure tours. We visit wildlife rescue centers in combination with our coffee tours. So I wanted to keep it short also. I will be happy to answer any questions if you have any, and I will share my email and contact information if you want to know more about our coffee tours. Thank you very much. For private events, we have up to capacity for up to 150 people. Our theater has a capacity of 200 people, and our restaurant has a capacity of 150 people for private events, dinners, corporate events.
Thank you very much, Roberto. And I can say honestly, well, back in 1991, so already working in tourism, when I first heard there was going to be a coffee tour, I said to myself, how could this be fun? What could you say about coffee? Believe me, going to read definitely changes your mind and opens a whole new world. It's easier to learn about such a fantastic product as the coffee is related to the Costa Rican history and economy. Now, I would like to pass the word to dear friends, Tadeo, Lady Valentina, excuse me. Now, we'll be talking about a private reserve next to the Arenal volcano. Wonderful place. All the environment seduces you in every way. And going to a forest, a rainforest has never been that easy. Actually, if I could use a word, it would be adaptation. But I'll pass the word over to Tadeo right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Valentina, please take the lead.
Thank you so much. So we are going to make this presentation with a short video. So we think it's the best way to introduce you Mystical Park. So we can start the video, please. I am so happy to introduce you this magical place called Mystical Park. This park is a private and natural rainforest protected area. Our main attraction are the 6 hanging bridges located along the main trails of 2 miles with the unique views of the top trees of the rainforest. We also have a short paved accessible trail of 1 mile available for people with some disabilities or wheelchair users. This means that it's a very family-friendly product for all. We are strategically located in front of the Arenal volcano in the northern plains of Costa Rica. Our entrance is located beside the dam wall of the Lake Arenal. We have at disposal of our guests some security parking area, private restaurant with a special volcano view, restrooms, and free Wi-Fi also. Talking a little bit of our trail, is all paved trail offering security and the comfort to walk inside the rainforest and be able to sight nature and the wildlife. People can option for a self-guided walk or choose a guided tour operated by our professional and experienced guides. One of our top attractions is the Packers Horses Tour, a combination of nature and adventure of the horseback riding in a special trail in front of the Arenal volcano, as we can see in this part, one of the amazing views. The night tour is a special way to discover the wildlife. An interesting fact is that the 60% of wildlife species has a nocturnal habit or activity. We have a helipoint, a helicopter point also, free for our guests. So now Tadeo will be introducing you the Forest Connection Walk.
Gracias, Vale. Pura vida. Thank you, everyone. I'm very, very happy to be back promoting our companies here with you. Activities that promote the well-being of people take on special relevance these days. Mystical Park is introducing in all its services the techniques of forest bathing. Known in Japan as Shinrin-yoku, This way of connecting with nature is an ancient and effective way to increase and improve health of people who visit the forest. In the trails of Mystical Park, our services now are focused on helping our visitors to recover that spiritual connection with nature that makes us so good. All the spirit of the forest is very, very good to share, to hug trees, to be there with this energy that is a very good energy of all the species that live in the forest. Is very good for us, and we're trying to connect with nature in all the services that we have at the park. So thank you very much. This is our presentation, and if you have any question, we will be glad to answer. Gracias, Adri, por los videos. Thank you very much.
Well, definitely, as we were saying, adapting. And as you heard from Tadeo, well, this is the place to be right now. Most of the comments we do get from people is that they really need to get out of their surroundings for this large amount of time, and there's no better place to do it than in the Costa Rica nature. Said that, now I would like to pass the word on to Lucia Arroyo from the Costa Rica Marriott Hacienda Belén. This hotel was opened in August 15, 1996, built by Surcher Architects and Spilius Candela from the US. The Hacienda is located in the middle of the Central Valley Mountains, located just 10 minutes away from the Juan Santa Maria International Airport and 20 minutes from San Jose downtown. The property was inspired by a colonial coffee hacienda from the 16th century, using the traditions of the coffee haciendas of that time and a mixture of the modern and luxurious details to offer our guests the comfort and facilities of the 21st century in the middle of a real coffee plantation. So we'd like to welcome and thank Lucia.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see. Let's start with a presentation for the Costa Rica Marriott Hacienda Belén. Thank you, Adri. Well, thank you for that introduction. As you said, our beautiful resort in the city was inspired by the Costa Rican haciendas of the 16th century. That's why you will see that our resort is very different from any other city hotel or property in the San Jose area. The hotel is very good located in the city, close to the San Jose International or the Juan Santa Maria International Airport, close to the car rentals, and of course to the one-day tours as the one that we already saw in this presentation. Next, please. The hotel's color was an inspiration. Actually, it's an inspiration for the National Museum in San Jose downtown. And the floors were made from Italian clay, while 250,000 tiles were brought from Nicaragua to decorate our impressive roof, as you can see in this picture. The hotel was designed with the idea that from the reception or the front desk area, you will be able to see at one side the coffee plantation of the entrance of the property, and on the other side, you will see the beautiful mountains of the Central Valley. It is completed with our amazing open ceiling central courtyard that you saw in the last picture. And this is the heart of the property, and it helps us to have a very good quality of light and ventilation that is very important of this typical building. We also have this new gazebo in the middle of the coffee plantation, where you can learn more about the history of our country, and also from the resort, where you can have a coffee taste and learn about the history that we are talking about right now. Okay, about the spa. Thank you. This is the Cool Spa, which is our luxury relaxation area, and it's inspired by our Quebecer culture. And so we use a lot of tropical fruits and natural ingredients to complete all the treatments. And we offer private areas for couples or individual treatment rooms for any kind of massages, facials, or treatments in general. Thank you. The fitness center was renovated too. It's a 24-hour service with all the new and technological machines. And there's also the driving range with beautiful views of the mountains if you would like to practice some golf in the property. On the resort, we also have 2 swimming pools with heated water, tennis courts, and of course the whirlpool, which is outdoors. Okay, so let's move forward to the rooms. The hotel has a total of 299 rooms, which are completely renovated. And now these rooms are more eco-friendly. We save around 75% more water and electricity with all the changes that we made to the rooms. And now we have more USB chargers, smart thermostats for the AC. We have door locks with Bluetooth, as you can see in this picture. And if we talk a little bit about the decoration, you will see that behind the bed, we have this beautiful picture of the coffee beans of our coffee plantation. And we used those colors as inspiration for the decoration. Actually, some Costa Rican artisans supported us in the decoration and with the different attributes that bring that real Costa Rican atmosphere to the rooms. Actually, on the property, you will enjoy Costa Rican and Latin American history in every corner. This is our recently renovated executive lounge. This is a private access for our premium rooms as the executive, master suites, and presidential, where they will have a private breakfast, some snacks, and non-alcoholic drinks, and a private area for meetings or to have the breakfast or lunch. Okay, let's talk about the best part of a resort, which is for me, the gastronomy. And the hotel has 5 different options. The first one in the next slide will be Hacienda Kitchen Restaurant, which is the 90% Costa Rican cuisine restaurant with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And actually, we made a contest on the property where all the employees of the hotel brought their best recipes, and we used those as inspiration for the menu. Then we have Casa del Café. It's our coffee shop that opens 24 hours when the season allows us to do it, right? And we renovated this restaurant last December. You will have freshly prepared pastries, coffee, tropical fruit smoothies. And then we have La Isabela, which is our signature restaurant with our Peruvian chef. And if you're asking for bars, you can have a beer or enjoy a snack in La Castilla bar. We have our sushi and sashimi bar in this area. And at bar 10, you will enjoy the famous Marriott burger. And of course, maybe a Pilsen or Imperial if you like to have a beer. Or 2, it depends. Okay, in case if you're looking for a space for events, meetings, or destination weddings, our resort is an excellent option. We offer 28 indoors and outdoor spaces. And please keep in mind that we can offer events where kosher or Indo kitchen is required, because we offer those 2 options too. Okay, and well, to finish the presentation, I would like to mention that our hotel is a Marriott International property, and all the cleanliness and disinfection protocols were already implemented in order to protect the health of our guests and associates. We are working now with all these new normal requests, as the new normal is asking us to work with. And that's why we are also working together with the WTTC, or the World Travel and Tourism Council, to achieve effective recovery protocols by developing meaningful action plans. This is very important for us. You will see in this infographic 9 different points where all these protocols are implemented, so you can be very secure about that our hotel will be taking care of all the guests. Okay, and thank you. That was my presentation. Once again, thank you for joining us today. And my name is Lucia Arroyo, and I'm the Tour and Travel Manager for this property and also for Los Sueños Marriott. My email is below, lucia.arroyo@marriott.com. If you need more information or if you require any pictures or details about the property, please contact me and I will be more than glad to help you. Please keep safe and pura vida.
Thank you very much, Lucia. I think Marriott Hotel doesn't need introduction, but as you can see, it's always important to share what we're doing and how we are adapting to this. And definitely, Marriott is always dated and up to the top line in these matters, making sure that we have not just service, but also comfort amongst all the situations that are going through the world. Now, we'll be taking some time to answer some of the questions. Some of them might be general, some of them might be for specific outsources. So we'll begin with the questions we had here. When will Costa Rica will open for travelers? It is scheduled to be August the 1st. Obviously, what we need is official information. We don't have that crystal ball to know what will happen. We're hoping everything will go on as expected. So we invite you to visit official websites. Costa Rican Tourism Board actually has one in English where you can see up-to-date information. Please don't go to pages that are sharing what's not official. You know how many of them there are nowadays. So again, expect it to be on August the 1st if everything goes on as expected. All right, we're hoping. You are hoping, we're hoping, and 8.8% of the Costa Ricans are hoping for that. Now, the requirements, what would they be for tourists to enter in August? That's another thing that will be probably changing. We go on with the World Health Organization and international tourism organizations. This will be being updated, but definitely we'll keep you throughout that official website updated throughout ProImagen. If you need as well information, we'll be more than pleased to help you updating the information. What we don't mean to do is create false expectations and give false information. I might say something today and it will be changing from here within a week. So our demand is that please keep in touch with us, be a part of our unity and commitment in order to have only official information. Well, here there was a question that was already answered by the grid. How can I contact the Costa Rican Tourism Board? ICT or Costa Rican Tourism Board. This is how you can get in contact with them. However, in ProImagen, remember, we do have the ways to help you in a faster and more personalized way. We're gonna have a seminar soon that will be virtual. We always have that expo tour in Costa Rica, and well, obviously given the facts that we have had, we won't be able. We don't want to take the chances. So we're gonna have from October the 12th to 17th, the expo tour, virtual it will be. So there will be no fee for participating. You're gonna have 20 minutes of meetings with over 300 different outsources here in Costa Rica. You will be receiving the Pura Vida kit that will be having kids, welcome kids, and different presents for you. So you would be also participating. There will be eventual winners for complimentary trips to Costa Rica on further use. So if you're interested in participating, please write down. We're going to share it here on the chat. Daniel Chavarria at commercial@acoprot. This is ACOPROT.org. commercial@acoprot.org with Daniel Chavarria. Now, this will be an honor for us to share with you more information. Today, we have 5 professionals, just as an example of what Costa Rica has to offer. It is a good time to start thinking ahead of others that will be selling the main destination. I think I jumped. actually. What is Costa Rica doing for safety in regards to COVID-19? I was forgetting that question. Rob, let me say Costa Rica is not doing, Costa Rica has been doing. One of the great things, and we invite you to go to our YouTube page and see why is Costa Rica a good destination after the COVID. See what we have done historically in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a tropical country. It's not facing the first virus. However, I can say that we were the first country in the area to get rid of diseases like the malaria. We are a country that is pioneer in terms of fighting diseases like the Zika and the dengue fever and all of this, because Costa Rica, given the fact that we don't have an army, has been able to invest ever since then, 1949, in Social Security. Let me share just a number with you. 0.004%. That's the mortality rate in Costa Rica. We are in this planet that was invaded, unfortunately, with this virus. However, an informed country, a country that has excellent health service in Costa Rica, we were able to work as the different governmental institutions to take all the right decisions in order to have this low mortality rate and contagious rate as well. If you go to our neighbors, you will see what makes a difference. And basically, it's the health system that we have, the information system that we have, access to information. Some countries don't have, like we do have, internet all throughout. You can be in a rainforest and still have internet. So Costa Ricans are able to receive day-to-day information, how to face what we're going through. So definitely, this is having an impact. Now, if we go specifically to tourism, let me tell you that we have designed 14 protocols. If you go to the Costa Rican Tourism Board official page, you will be seeing that from hotels, airlines, airports, tour guides, transports, all the domains are covered over here to make you feel in that safe environment once you get to our country. We have been now 4 months, who knows much more time this will go on. To this stress, we don't want you, when you come to Costa Rica, to stress about this specific subject. So I'm hoping that this answers your question. You're in a country that is known worldwide for peacefulness, the pura vida. We were named 5 times as the happiest planet in the country. How has this led to the measures that we're taking? Well, Costa Ricans are relaxed because they know they can trust our institutions in these matters. If you take United States and Canada, both countries are larger, richer, and older in history. Costa Rica is in between them in terms of life expectancy. Costa Rica is one of the only 5 places in the world where we have a blue zone. Blue zone is an area where citizens get to live over 100 years, not individuals, citizens. And there's only 2, Costa Rica is one of them, where that includes men as well. So there has to be something good about this country, and we're willing to share that with you. Thank you very much, by the way, Rob, to give me the opportunity to answer this specific question. Because Costa Rica is your choice post-COVID. Yes, we will be sending information on the PowerPoint for participants. We'll be more than pleased to help you with that. So we'd like to know if there's any other question. Hoping everything was clear. Or maybe nothing was clear, who knows? But we're open to your questions. Thanking also our participants today for the very professional presentations. Very helpful, by the way. And please help us spreading the word about Costa Rica and how we're ready to receive you, how we're ready to welcome you in a very short, near future, we hope. Please stay safe. We're doing the very same here in Costa Rica. Thank you very much, Amin. We'll just give a couple more minutes. Please keep connected. We have more presentations coming up for you. Go up for the YouTube page for ProImagen so you can have updated information. Visit official web pages here in Costa Rica. And don't forget, ProImagen is your link to have all the information in just one spot. 90 members, travel agents, tour operators, hotels, car rentals, domestic airlines. We're here to help you. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure.